Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're doing okay. So I'm on with my process video for my project for May for Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft. Now May is quite an exciting month because it is National Scrapbooking Day, but in Aunty Vera land we celebrate the whole month. So it's National Scrapbooking Month here. So that means memory keeping. So the theme for this month is Do You Remember? Now, I'm going to need a lot of help with this one because we have a bit of a challenge going on the Crafty Vera and Friends Facebook group. It's between us creative team members. We would like you to come along and create what we are making for the month and then show us what you've made. It would be absolutely wonderful and a great way to get our minds off of what's going on in the world at the moment. So I'm quite new, so I do need all the help I can get. So what I ask of you is to I'm making like a mini album type thing to put some of my awesome memories in. I'm doing it quite simply, so I'd love for you to come along with me. I have a process tutorial up on the blog, as well as this process video for you to watch, as well as a flip through of my completed journal. So that should be enough to help you see how to put it all together. And what I want for you to do is have a front and back cover, at least 5 pages in it, and bind it the way that I've bound mine. Now you can decorate it any way you like, as long as you put a few pictures of some of your favourite memories in there, something you can pick up and look at that's going to make you smile. So yes, if you could help with that, that would be wonderful. And then post your pictures on the Crafty Vera and Friends Facebook group. Process pictures of you making it will be wonderful as well. But yeah, I would absolutely love it if you craft along with me, and I'd love to see some albums that you make following along like the one I've made. Now, I don't care about size. They can be big, they can be little, it's up to you. As long as they've got at least 5 pages, front, back cover, and they're bound the way that I've bound mine. That would be absolutely wonderful. Now, do go and check out the other ladies and what they're making as well. Suss out the competition, because the products they've chosen will be on sale for the month of May as well. So you might find some papers that you really adore and products to use in making a mini album like mine. So onwards with the process video, and go Team Nat. So I have made a start with my project. Firstly, if you saw my unboxing, you would have seen that I chose the Echo Park Christmas solid papers. So I'll just show you Echo Park Christmas, and I know it's not Christmas, but I love the colours as a base for the project that I want to do here. Now the pack came with, like, there's 3 sheets, but there were 2 of each one. So that meant that I could utilise, and they have like different colours. So this red one on the other side has green. So, and because there were 2 of it, I was able to utilise each colour. So that gave me the 6 different colours to work with. So what I did was cut a page down to 7 inches and left it the 12 inches across. And then I scored it at the halfway mark at 6 inches and then folded it. And then I just corner rounded the outside corners with my corner rounder here. I just held it together and did it, so I only had to do it twice, but it gave me the 4 outside corners. And then with the offcut, which was 6 inches by 12, I cut that at the halfway as well, and that gave me corresponding, well, they're not really going to be journaling cards, but you'll see what I do with them. So that's what I've done so far, and I corner rounded each corner of those. Just thought it would look neat and tidy for what I'm doing. So my next step is to grab my glue. So I probably should have grabbed a new glue because it starts erupting when it gets low, and this one's getting quite low. But we will see how we go. So what I want to do is just run a bit of glue up the top and down the bottom to close this up and leave it open there as a little pocket envelope type thing. Like that. Let's close it over. It's very simple what I'm doing. As I said, it's memory keeping for the theme, and as soon as I heard that, I didn't even have to think really of what I wanted to do. People who follow me would know that I used to have this little crafting buddy, my little Tenterfield Terrier, and she passed away in March, at the start of March. So when I heard it was memory keeping, I really wanted to do something to celebrate her memory of all the happy times we had, because she was a beautiful dog. She was sick for quite a long time, so it's really nice to look back at the earlier days when she was fit and healthy and running around with the kids everywhere. So I really would like to make a nice little album with a whole lot of photos that I can pick up and look at that will give me a smile. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Now, I don't make many of this sort of thing, so I haven't made one of these before, so we will give it a go. I have an idea. Let's see if it works. Now, what I'm going to do is stick all the rest of the pages together like this, then go sew around them, and then I'll be back to show you. Now, I haven't sewn around it yet because I'm trying to figure out which way I want to do this, and I've decided to measure it up because I want to punch holes in for the way that we're going to put this, the pages together. So what I did was I used these lines on my ruler, like these ones just here, to help me measure how far away from the edge that I want to put the dots for my holes. Just helps me get them even. So we know it's 7 inches across that way, so we want one banging at the halfway, so at 3.5, and then I'm putting another one at the 1 inch and one at the 6 inch mark there. And they'll be the dots for where I put my holes. So then I'll grab my hole puncher, and I want to use the big setting. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'm thinking I might end up, because I don't know if I've got rings big enough for this. I might actually bind it by tying. I've got heaps and heaps of bias binding, so I might use that to tie it together. So we'll see how that goes. So I'll punch some holes in it. So I'm just lining up to get my dot in the middle. Like that. And then I've got hole reinforcers here. I've got all sorts of different coloured ones. I don't have the same colour as all the pages, but I've just got some different coloured ones because it will add some interest. I've got some red ones for the red pages though, so I'll be putting them in after. I'll probably put them in. I was debating whether to sew down there or not. I'm not sure if I'm going to, but I've definitely got to sew along there, so maybe we will put our reinforcers in now. Can get him in there. There we go. So I'll continue doing that with all the pages so that they've all got their 3 holes and the ring reinforcers. So I've finished putting all of the hole reinforcements into each of the pages. So they're looking pretty cool now. Now I still haven't sewn across the top and bottom because I'm not sure now if I want to. So I think I'll be arguing in my head as I go about that. But the next step I want to do is I've got this tab punch that punches, little tabs that you fold over and stick on the side of your cards and pages. I want to cut 6 of those from the corresponding papers to stick on the edge of these cards, because these cards are going to slip inside these pockets that we've left open, like so. and I want to be able to get them in and out and see that they're there. So I think we'll do some tabs for that. So I've got the 3 sheets here, what I've got left over of them, so I will cut 2 out of each piece. So that's all of our tabs done. So there were 2 sets of 6 different sheets of paper, 12 by 12 paper in the Echo Park I Love My Dog set. So what I did was cut these are going to be bases for us to stick our photos on. So I cut these at 5 inch by 6 5/8 of an inch. And then I just corner rounded the 2 outside corners here, and then I cut another set the same and did the corners on that side of them, so we can put the ones with the corners on this side will go on this side of the card, and then, or of the page I should say, and then that will go on that side like that, nice and neatly. So now I've just got to figure out which pages I want them all on, which will take a bit of work for me. But I will stick one down and then I'll probably go off camera and do the rest. You don't have to watch me do all of them. So I'm going to do that side. So one of these that we think might go. I don't mind that. Quite like that one. Don't really like that one. That one's very nice. Might do that one. So I'm just going to use my double-sided tape for this. Alright, so that is that one covered. So now I've just got to finish off both sides. So I'll find one that fits on that side and then I will finish the other 5 off and then I'll be back. Next I want to make covers for my album. So I have just cut out some pieces of recycled cardboard, as you can see there. And I want to trace the size of the page. Don't think it will quite fit that way. So I want to trace that out and then cut around it to make my covers. Grab my pencil. And I'll just lay it on top and go around it. And then I'll do the same with the other piece and I'll just flip it over that way so I have it going in the right direction, because I want this white side to be on the outer. So that will be the front cover and that will be the inside of the front cover. And this will be the back. Now I'll cut these out. that's both of the covers done. Now the next thing I would like to do with these is I have some blue fabric here. And I'm thinking of covering them with the blue fabric because I think that'll look really cool with the papers that I'm putting on top, the Echo Park papers. So I think we'll just cut a bit of our fabric down. Now we'll start with this piece. I'm going to try using PVA glue to glue it down onto here. I'm hoping it won't show through the cover too much. We'll see how we go. Like a few little bits in the middle will be all right because we'll be putting something there anyway, but we'll just see how we go. This, because it will be messy. So I'm just going to put some PVA in this little pot here. There. All right, we'll see how we go with this. So I'll just give it a bit of a liberal coating. Probably should have got one of my bigger brushes. I might just do it half by half. So just make sure I get the glue right up to the edges. Thinning it out so we don't have too many big lots. And then we'll just fold that down on top. Pull any of the wrinkles out, which I'm making a few here. Now I do have a roller, so I'll use that just to help spread the glue underneath. Doesn't look like it's showing through, so that's good. That's what we want. Pull it up a little bit there. At least the PVA has a bit of drying time, so you've got time to pull it up and move it around to get the wrinkles out. It's shone through just a tiny bit there, but that's all right because we are sticking some stuff on the top, embellishing it a bit more, so I'm quite happy with that though. Now I'm going to put this one to the side to dry and do the other one. Just get a bit more glue in the corner. Just there. So I'll finish off the other one. So now you can see I have covered both of my covers with the blue fabric, and I just cut around it to leave, would that be like 2/16 An 8? That's an 8, isn't it? Yeah. Still learning about these inches. So just hanging over the sides, because I've decided that I wouldn't mind a bit of a frayed edge of the fabric. I think that'll look nice, and I'm going to sew around the covers, so that'll be fine. That'll stop it fraying too far. So now we've got to do the inside of the covers. So I have cut out some of the beautiful Echo Park papers here. So I know I want this one on the front. So what I've done is I've cut it the same size as the pages, but I've just added like 1/16 of an inch to the edges, just to ensure that it covers this cardboard nicely. So, and then I've just corner rounded the corresponding corners. So just these two on this side. And now I've got a corner around the corners for the back inside cover. So that'll fit nicely there. So we're just going to glue those on, and then I will shoot off and sew around the edges. I think I'll sew on the inside here around the edges, and then you'll see it through on the front cover as well. All right, so that's the inside of the covers all covered. So now I will shoot off and just sew around the edges. And so as you can see, I've now sewn along the cover pieces. I've done quite a wide, long zigzag stitch. You can see it better on the front of the cover. I'll just cut this little thread off that's annoying me. Though it is going to fray, so we'll get more threads, and that by bit that will sort of stop and it will look good. I've left the threads a little long there. I don't mind the look of that, quite like it, but I'll see when I've finished decorating and that whether I want to leave them long or cut them short. So the next thing to do is put our eyelets in. So I found the easiest way to measure for these is to grab like one of my pages that I've already done and put that on top of the cardboard. Now the cardboard that I cut underneath to back this with, this board, is a little bit bigger than the pages, so I've just got to be aware of that. Now I want it pretty flush with the straight edge here, and then it will stick out just a little bit up the top and around this side and down the bottom, and that's fine. That's pretty well lined up. And then I grab just a felt tip pen and I try to go pretty well smack bang in the middle and just put a dot. And that will be the guide for where I want to punch my holes. So you should be able to see the dot just there, and there, and there. So I get my crocodile and the big hole setting again, and I've chosen these eyelets. I like the colour of them. It goes well with the blue material that we've put on the front. You might be able to hear the rain in the background. It's so lovely. Just a nice steady stream, which is wonderful. Now I love the crocodile because it's going through the fabric and everything really cleanly, which is good. So there are our holes. So now it's time just to whack the eyelets in. Show you the front cover that I've already done. So they're the eyelets. That's the inside of the cover. So once that's done, it is time to get all my bits and pieces together and all the cards that I've got for my pockets. And I did cut out the tabs, which I'm going to put on the sides of the cards, but I'm going to sneak off and do all my decorating off of camera, get it done so I can come back and surprise you with the finished project. So it's a great project. It's so easy to put together an album like this. I've never done anything like this before, and I was quite scared at the thought of doing something like this, but this has been so easy. So if you haven't done anything like this, give it a go. Yeah, heaps of fun, and you can do it in any style you like with any papers, and it would just look great. So yeah, why not grab some papers, whatever you've got lying around, and craft along with me and make yourself a little album to display some of your memories too. So take care everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.